The story began with two siblings, Eteocles and Polynices. After Oedipus's death, it was agreed that they would take the throne for 1 year to the next. Eteocles, the eldest, didn't want to step down, and so the brothers went to war, killing each other in the end. This tragedy left Creon to become king. Eteocles was buried in honor, while Polynices was left to rot. In the beginning of the scene, we see Antigone conversing with Ismene. Antigone feels that Polynices should be honored and buried properly, but Ismene knows that this will only bring her no good. King Creon will never agree to this, and she'll be punished if anyone should find out. Antigone doesn't listen, so she covers her brother in dirt during the middle of the night anyways. A soldier came to the king to report that Polynices' body has been half buried. Creon is furious, and not long after, another soldier brings Antigone to King Creon after she was caught digging her brother's grave in broad daylight. There, King Creon confronts Antigone. The soldier saw her snuck out to Polynices' grave. She doesn't deny this at all. As she is betrothed to his son Haman, Creon tries to let Antigone drop the matter and forget about it. But of course, Antigone still insists that she will bury her brother. She tells him that she'd rather die than ignore it. Ismene pleads that Antigone listens to Creon, and she claims to help Antigone. The chorus protests. They do not agree with Creon and think that he should consider listening to Antigone. But alas, Creon imprisons both Ismene and Antigone. Tiresias, a blind seer, tells Creon he's making a wrong decision, and that if he doesn't change his mind now, he will lose his son. Tiresias has never been wrong, and so Creon begins to rethink his decision. In her cell, Antigone finds out that she is to be immured. On the day of her execution, a guard leads her to a cave, but as the guard comes to tell Creon that Antigone has been immured, he finds out that she's not the only one that's passed on to the afterlife. Haman had killed himself out of grief because Antigone had hung herself inside the cave. Creon breaks down, and he's greeted with more news of death. He finds out that his wife had killed herself after knowing that Haman died. She was so shocked by the news of her son dead. Although Creon is considered the second main character, let's talk about Antigone. Her name means unbending in Greek, which reflects her character, as her hermetia is that she has hubris. She's stubborn with her loyalty to family, and she sticks to beliefs in the gods, her strong moral convictions. Antigone was the third play in the Oedipus trilogy of the Theban plays written by the Greek playwright Sophocles, who lived from the year 496 BCE to 406 BCE. It was written and produced in or before the year 441 BCE, receiving first prize at the Dionysia festival. Although it was written before Sophocles' other two Theban plays, chronologically it comes after the two stories, and it picks up where Aeschylus' play, Seven Against Thebes, ends. And here you can see some modern adaptations of Antigone. We can see that there's been novels, symphonies, films, operas, and drama films.